Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to another tutorial. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys how to create the grungy short form content effect or a grunge style that I've created for my own content. Now, I'm actually very curious to see how fast I can put together this reel. But real quick before we go ahead and get into it, I want to let you guys know that my name is Boustedt and I run the Takeover Shop, where we're editing assets for content creators just like you. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started on this piece of short form content. Content strategy, CTA. All right, sick. So now that we have a blank canvas, let's go ahead and import all of our video files real quick. So Control I, I'm gonna go over here to my SD card, grab the first video, import that. Now I'm gonna go ahead and grab the audio recording, select that, import. And then I'm gonna go ahead and import my project file template for my new editing style, which by the way, link down below if you guys wanna go ahead and copy it. It's actually pretty gas. I'm gonna show you guys how to use it in today's video. Import entire project. Sweet. So now that we have everything imported, it is now time to actually start editing. So I'm gonna drag and drop both of my video files in here. And we're gonna see that. So that's my 4K. We're gonna go to sequence settings, go to 1080 by 1920, just like so. Perfect, hit okay. And then I'm gonna resize this to fit the right frame. So 50, and I'm gonna go 90 degrees, then it'll fit just like that. This is the audio, this is the video. I'm gonna go ahead and just drag the audio on top, or the video on top, drag this over. I'm gonna select them both, right click, and then go to synchronize. Hit okay. It'll synchronize it for you. Then just go ahead and chop the beginning, delete, and then I'm gonna go ahead, select all of them, Control L to like unlink everything, delete the audio video file, and then also delete the old audio file that we don't need. So that way we have the new audio and the video combined together. Most of you guys will be able to skip that step, but that's something I have to do in my workflow. So first things first, I always go ahead and go to my Takeover preset pack, and then I throw on an audio fix to make it a little bit better. So it's a little quiet, so I just go ahead and hit G, add 4 decibels. So that sounds good. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw on a color grade. So literally just gonna go ahead and throw on my Takeover LUT, just like that. And it's a little dark, so I'm gonna go into the Lumetri color tab right here, select it, and then turn up the exposure a little bit, just like so. Maybe warm it up just a tad, and that looks pretty good to me. So now that we have our color grade, audio fix, now it's time to go ahead and do our basic cuts. So let's go ahead and get that done. So using the C tool, it brings up the cut tool. Using the V, it brings up the selection tool. And then if you hit X or set X to ripple delete, you'll be able to have like a nice little workflow working for you. So that's actually how I'm gonna be doing it. So C, V, and then X will delete stuff. So let's go ahead and get it rolling. Fire, so we are done with basic cuts. One thing that I realized is the color grade is like a little bit too strong. So that looks a lot better. I'm happy with that result. So now the next step is kind of ideating your edits, marking off what you want to be on the edit and where. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. But the way I'm gonna be doing that is I'm gonna go ahead and open up this new sequence. So right here, Chris Reel Editing, double click it. And then I'm also gonna split the sequences just like so. So that way we have a top view and we also have like a bottom sequence. So in the Chris Reel Editing style template, we have our overlays, which is pretty gas. I have 3 of them in there. And then I also have the adjustment layers. So this is an adjustment layer to zoom in. This is an adjustment layer to zoom out. This is a handheld shake effect, just like that. And this is like a grunge sort of aesthetic, just like that. So that's pretty clean. The thing that's actually really dope about these is you can go ahead and just select them, which I'm gonna select this, hold Alt and then just drag and drop it to here. And then you have the effect already made for you.
Are you still struggling with coming up with content ideas?
And that's hands down the fastest way to edit short form content. I don't know anyone who's doing it better. In my opinion, I think I cracked the code for short form content, workflow wise. So I'm pretty excited for you guys to be able to like see my workflow and go create it for yourself. Or if you want to save yourself the time, you just go buy it right now. Link in description. Anyways, moving on, let's go ahead and just keep going and checking out the pack. So this is sort of my hook template right here, which actually I'm probably gonna use this. I'm 100% using this. I'm deleting that. And then let's see what else we got. We have, okay, the stretch text effects, sort of like a B-roll scene. Another text effect. That's fire. Or like whatever, stack text. That's cool. Step 1. That's cool. That's a cool little text graphic. Definitely dope. And it comes with the overlay on there. Okay, so this one actually, I highlighted this part because I knew I wanted this to be right here. So I'm just gonna go ahead, select all of this, Control C and Control V right here. And then we're gonna go ahead and just line it up. Just like so. And we're gonna cut it just like that. Go ahead, Control C, Control V, And then what do I say right here? Let's see. Okay, so I say create your own content strategy. So I'm just gonna go ahead, create your own, and double click content strategy. And as you guys can see, it kind of like has like a weird blur right here. Personally, I like that look, but the mask is in the wrong spot. So you go to gauge and blur, and then you just drag the mask over here, just so it's like a slight sort of subtle effect on the end. And we'll go ahead and play through.
Create your own content strategy.
And I literally love that. It looks freaking gas. Now we just go ahead and then we just keep dragging up some edits. So I'm gonna go to the beginning again, and we're gonna actually import the hook. I'm gonna select all of this, including the sound effect. I'm gonna unselect the preview because we don't need that. And I'm gonna Control C, drag this down, and then Control V into our actual project. So as you guys can see, the timing is a little bit off, but it's really easy to fix that. I'm gonna show you how.
Are you still struggling with coming up with content ideas for your personal brand? Well, I used to struggle with that too until I found the solution.
Okay.
Content ideas.
I'm gonna end everything right here. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. And then we're gonna just cut all of this, cut that as well. That's like sort of the zoom in, etc. And then I'm also gonna move the sound effect to line up at this cut right here. Just like so. Gonna also grab this overlay, bring it over here, and then we're gonna rewatch it.
Are you still struggling with coming up with content ideas for your personal brand? Well, I used to struggle.
Okay, I actually really like that a lot. That's freaking fire. So now it's just about changing the text out.
You still struggling with.
And we're just gonna do, are you struggling?
Are you still struggling with coming up with content?
And we'll do content ideas.
Content ideas for your person.
And then we'll go ahead, type personal brand. Now, as you guys can see, it's cutting off, but we're gonna go ahead and fix that. So because the word is too long, you just go ahead to the word that's too big and you just scale it down to where it fits. And then also just make this sizing proper to how it's supposed to look, just like that. And then I'm gonna also scale this down as well, just like so. And then we'll go ahead and hit play.
Are you still struggling with coming up with content ideas for your personal brand? Well, I used to struggle.
Just like that, and literally your hook is done. Freaking insane, literally done for you.
With that too.
So now we're gonna go ahead and just keep going.
Well, I used to struggle with that too until I found the solution. Create your own content strategy. Using Canva, I created my content strategy in less than 20 minutes, and you can too. Comment strategy below.
Okay, so
comment strategy below.
I say comment strategy below. So I'm gonna wanna go ahead and add like a text thing. Let's see. I'm not gonna do this one. I wanna actually do this one. So I'm gonna Control C, go up here, Control V. Let's see how this looks.
20 minutes, and you can too. Comment strategy below.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead, select the text right here. Strategy, and then I'm gonna go over here because it's kind of hidden behind it. Can't really select it too well. So if you just double click over here and then you just start typing, comment.
And you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm gonna send you my
fire. And then I'm gonna go also include this.
And you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm gonna send you my exact content strategy.
Okay, and then we're just gonna go ahead and extend this.
And you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm gonna send you my exact content strategy.
Just like that. So now I'm gonna go ahead and select both of these layers. I'm going to nest them, and then I want to add like a shake. So I'm gonna go over here to my takeover pack, shake medium, select that, and then I'm also gonna move it up a little bit as well. And then I'm gonna select this clip down below, right click. I'm gonna also nest this as well. And we are going to do a blur in, no out. Just like that, drag and drop.
This, and you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm gonna send you my exact content strategy template. Your content strategy.
There we go, fire. Then we're just gonna keep going. Okay, so right here, I wanna do like future content ideas, but I wanna do like the stretch text effect. So I'm gonna go over here, right here, and then let's see which one do we wanna do. I kinda wanna do that, but I also want to add the grunge sort of effect over here. So I'm just going to Control C, and then going to paste this in here.
For future content.
So this is a little heavy on your computer, so just unselect that.
And direction for
future content, and I'm going to cut it right here. I'm going to delete this. I'm going to go over here down below and then just paste into this timeline right here, and then it should look something like that. Sweet. So now just again going to change the text. Content ideas. Then I'm going to go ahead and select this, in, out, and then hit R for render. You can change your keyboard shortcut to R for rendering. That's what I do. Okay, sick. Let's see how it looks.
For future content ideas.
Okay, so this looks a little wonky. So the content, I actually want to make a little bit bigger. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna go to Essential Graphics, select this, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and make the font bigger. Make it sort of line up a bit better, and then drag this down, just like so. There we go. So now we're gonna go ahead and move on. Okay, so I say using Canva. So what I wanna go ahead and do now is I wanna add a Canva icon because I say Canva, kind of just makes sense. So we're gonna go to Google real quick. Canva, PNG, PNG, there we go. Go to images, and then this one looks good. Save image as, save, good to go. Now let's go ahead and import it. So Control I, go to downloads, go to Canva, import. Okay, so now what we're gonna go ahead and do, because we want the icon to slide in and like slide back down, I actually also have another scene down in this pack right here where it's an icon. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we're gonna Control C, and then we're gonna Control V. But let's actually cut it down so that way it kind of fits in here, just like that. Let's go ahead, drag it back, drag it over. Now it says place icon in here, so you got to double click it, and then you're going to go ahead, drag and drop it, and you want to match the same size as the Premiere Pro or similar, and then just go ahead and hide the Premiere Pro. And then go ahead, check it out.
And strategy. Using Canva, I created my content strategy in less than 20 minutes, and you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm going to send you.
So that looks pretty good. It honestly like meshes really, really well with like the next scene, which is pretty cool. So now what I want to go ahead and do is add overlays and zoom ins to my video. What I'm going to go ahead and do is drag this up just so that we can see this, and then also minimize that so that way we have more room for up here. Now I'm going to check out the overlays. I just want to add maybe the third one in a couple spots. So let's go ahead and just play it through.
Until I found the solution. Create your own content strategy. Using Canva, I created my content strategy in less than 20 minutes, and you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm going to send you my.
So I want to add an overlay right here. So Control V, and if it cuts it off, just go ahead and just like do that, and then just like drag it over just like that.
Template. Your content strategy.
Fire. Now I'm going to go ahead and grab this second overlay so we have variety. Now I'm going to go ahead and add another one right here. Just like so. And then we keep going. Okay, I want to add another one right here. Just like that. And then add another one at the end, but do a little half. And then also just delete that. So that way there's a nice little loop. We loop it.
Are you still
You'll see that it does like a little film burn loop, which is pretty fire. So now let's go ahead and add our adjustment layers of zoom ins, zoom outs, etc. I'm going to go ahead and just add the zoom ins. So I'm going to go ahead and select this layer. So I'm going to go ahead and enable this layer and then watch the video.
I used to struggle with that too until I found this.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and add a zoom in right here. Like when I say until.
I used to struggle with that too until I found the solution. Create.
Fire. That's pretty gas. And real quick, if you guys want to go ahead and adjust the keyframes, feel free to do so. Like you usually just do that, and then we'll see how that looks.
I struggle with that too until I found the solution. Create your.
That's gas. Fire. And then you just go ahead, keep going.
Well, I used to struggle with that too until I found the solution. Create your own content.
I'm just going to Control C this one because it's kind of the speed that I'm looking for right now. I'm going to go ahead and add another zoom.
Content goals, pillars, and schedule will take literally all. And schedule will take literally all of the guesswork out of content creation. So take literally all of the guesswork out of content creation. So take action and start printing some views.
Okay, cool. So now that I am done with the majority of the edits, I'm gonna go ahead and just X out this sort of template because I don't really need it anymore. And now it is time to add the captions. So real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and just move the overlays up to the same track. Honestly, it's just good for organization. You don't have to do this, but I personally enjoy doing this. So just go ahead and drag it up. I like to have all of my adjustment layers / zoom ins on the same track as well. Again, just for organizational purposes. And then after that, I just throw and track in between everything. And this is where I throw all of my captions on this layer. So if you're wondering how to add captions, you go over here to text, go to transcript. I like to do this generate static transcript. It's honestly the easiest for me. I don't really like the other one. The new one's kind of weird, not gonna lie. Go ahead, hit create captions, maximum length. I like to do 10 and then bring that all the way down, line single, and then select it all. Go to the essential graphics, center it, type in Akira for my font, whatever font you like, whatever floats your boat. We're gonna see how that looks. It's a little small, so I'm gonna go ahead and increase the size. Gonna increase the shadow a bit, just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and delete the ones that we don't need. So in the intro, we don't need them, so I'm gonna go ahead and delete them for the hook, because the hook's already doing its thing. And then go ahead and delete all of these ones, make sure it's lined up properly, just like that. Same thing right here.
Using Canva, I created my content strategy in less than 20 minutes.
Real quick, so I know this looks kind of funky with the Canva icon right here. I'm gonna throw the text under the actual icon later, but we're not doing that right now. Again, gonna delete all of this. Okay, so for future content ideas, delete that. And then keep it going and line it up again because I saw those off.
So take action.
And then we're gonna go ahead, select all the text, go to upgrade caption to graphic, and then full screen. That's what I like to do. Select all of your text and then drag it down to its own little layer. And like I said, I wanted to make this text go behind the icon. So I'm gonna slide this all the way up, select all of these, and then drag it down, and then we'll play that part through.
Your own content strategy. Using Canva, I created my content strategy.
Just like that. And then literally the last step is just adding your background music. So once again, I'm actually gonna go ahead and open up the editing style thing, and I'm just gonna copy and paste the background music. I do not own it. I really think it's a yeet beat, so don't come for me. Add tracks, hit OK, Control V, and then we'll go ahead, line the beat drop at the hook, just like so, and then throw it back just like that. Pause.
Are you still struggling with coming up with content ideas?
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and run it through one more time so that way you guys can see what we created in today's video. Are you still struggling with coming up with content ideas for your personal brand? Well, I used to struggle with that too until I found the solution. Create your own content strategy. Using Canva, I created my content strategy in less than 20 minutes, and you can too. Comment strategy below. I'm gonna send you my exact content strategy template. Your content strategy gives you a clear vision and direction for future content ideas. Writing out your content goals, pillars, and schedule will take literally all of the guesswork out of content creation. So take action and start printing some views. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you learned a lot as far as my workflow goes and how to like kind of implement it into yours. Like I said, if you guys want to go ahead and cop my pack, it is down below in the description. But also you guys can use this video and kind of reverse engineer and create it for yourself for future projects. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe down below. Take action, take over. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.